James forgot his mother, not because he hated her, not because she was cruel, but because success made him blind. The woman who gave him everything, her time, her health, her youth. She was slowly disappearing from his life until karma decided it was time to remind him who truly built his future. Catherine was not born rich. She never had big dreams for herself. Her only dream was her son, James. After her husband passed away, the world became heavier overnight. No support, no savings, no one to lean on, just a young woman and a small boy holding her hand. Catherine promised herself one thing: no matter what happens, my son will never feel poor in values. Every morning, Catherine woke up before sunrise. While the city was still asleep, she was already working. Grocery store in the morning, laundry work in the evening, cleaning offices at night. Her hands were rough. Her back ached. Her eyes were always tired. But when James came home from school, she smiled like nothing hurt. James never saw her cry, never heard her complain. She packed his lunch carefully, even when her own stomach was empty. James was intelligent, quiet, focused. But school was not always kind. One day, classmates laughed at his worn shoes. Another day, they mocked his old backpack. James stayed silent. That night, Catherine noticed his silence. She gently asked, "James, is everything okay?" James smiled and said, "Yes, Mom, I'm fine." Catherine understood. A mother always knows. She sold her only gold ring the next day and bought him new shoes. James never asked how. Every night, before sleeping, Catherine said the same thing. "Son, people may ignore you today, but one day your hard work will speak for you." James believed her. He studied harder, dreamed bigger. And Catherine worked even longer hours. James got into college. It was a proud moment. Catherine cried that day, not from sadness, but from relief. Maybe now I can rest a little, she thought. But life had other plans. College was expensive. Books, fees, rent. Catherine took another job. James became busy. Busy with studies. Busy with friends. Busy with dreams. Calls became shorter. Messages became rare. Catherine waited every evening, phone in her hand. Sometimes it rang, sometimes it didn't. She never complained. James graduated, got a job, then another. Money started coming in. Success had finally arrived. But with success came ego and distance. James upgraded his life. Better clothes, better phone, better apartment. But his visits home became fewer. One evening, Catherine softly said on the phone, "James, you don't come home anymore." James replied quickly, "I'm busy, Mom. I'll visit soon." Soon never came. Years of overwork finally caught Catherine. She collapsed at work. Hospital lights were cold. Machines beeped quietly. Doctor said, stress, exhaustion, years of neglect. James arrived late. He stood there, looking at the woman who once carried him in her arms. She looked smaller now, weaker. For the first time, James felt fear. At the same time, James's biggest business deal started falling apart. Millions at stake, reputation on the line. He was lost. Then, a nurse handed him a note. It was from Catherine, written with shaking hands. "Son, remember what I always taught you. Stay calm, think clearly, do the right thing, not the easy one." Those words hit harder than any failure. James followed her advice. The deal was saved. At that moment, he understood. His success was never just his. James sat beside Catherine's bed, held her hand, and broke down. "Mom, I forgot you." Tears fell. "I chased success and ignored the reason I could chase it." Catherine smiled weakly. "James, I never wanted your money. I just wanted your time." Catherine recovered slowly. James changed completely. He showed up. He listened. He cared. No meetings were more important than her. No success felt real without her smile. He learned the truth too late. But not too late to change. Never forget the hands that lifted you. When you couldn't stand, never ignore the voice that guided you. When you were lost, because success without gratitude is failure in disguise. James didn't just become successful, he became human. And Catherine, she was never weak. She was the strongest person in his story. Respect your parents. Their silent sacrifices build your future.